We all want to live longer, feel better, and stay active, especially after 60. But what if I told you that some of the foods you eat every single day could be silently damaging your heart, clogging your arteries, and increasing your risk of stroke or heart attack, even if you think you're eating healthy? It's true. And here's the worst part, these foods aren't deep-fried fast food or obvious junk. Many of them are common items found in senior homes, hospital cafeterias, and even on so-called heart-healthy meal plans. That's what makes them so dangerous. As we age, our bodies change. The metabolism slows down, the arteries become more sensitive to inflammation, and the heart doesn't recover like it used to. So while your diet at 40 might have worked fine, after 60 it could be setting you up for serious health issues. Today, we'll uncover the most common artery-clogging foods that seniors still eat daily, often without realizing how much harm they're doing. And if you're thinking, I only eat that once in a while, you might want to listen closely. Because the science behind these foods may surprise you. Before we get into food number 1, let me remind you, our last video covered the best foods to eat before bed to help seniors rebuild muscle and recover strength while sleeping. If you haven't watched that yet, click the I button on your screen and save it to watch after this. That video shows what to eat to get stronger at night. This video shows what to stop eating, because it could be undoing all the good work your body is trying to do. Let's get started with food number 1. Food number 1 is flavored yogurt. Yogurt is supposed to be healthy, right? It's got calcium for your bones, probiotics for your gut, and it's often labeled low-fat. But many flavored yogurts are loaded with added sugar, sometimes more than a donut. A single serving of fruit-flavored yogurt can contain up to 20 grams of sugar, that's 5 teaspoons. And often, the sweetener isn't just regular sugar, it's high-fructose corn syrup, which is even more damaging to your arteries. Studies show that excess fructose increases the level of triglycerides in your blood, which leads to plaque buildup and hardening of the arteries. On top of that, low-fat yogurts often include artificial thickeners, preservatives, and other chemicals that promote inflammation in the body. Inflammation is a major contributor to heart disease. When combined with high blood sugar, it creates a dangerous cycle that your heart just can't handle. If you enjoy yogurt, switch to plain, unsweetened Greek yogurt and add fresh fruit or a small amount of honey yourself. That way, you control the sugar, not the food company. Food number 2 is margarine and vegetable spreads. For years, margarine was promoted as a healthier choice than butter, especially for people with high cholesterol. But most margarine products were made with trans fats, which are among the most dangerous ingredients for your heart. Trans fats raise your bad cholesterol, lower your good cholesterol, and cause your arteries to stiffen and narrow. Even small amounts can lead to long-term damage. While many products have reduced trans fats in recent years, margarine and vegetable oil spreads still often contain processed oils and artificial additives that promote inflammation. And if you've been using them for years, that damage can add up. The better option is to use small amounts of real butter, avocado spread, or olive oil, natural fats that your body recognizes and can use more efficiently. Food number 3 is breakfast cereal. Cereal is one of the most misleading foods out there. The box may say it's whole grain, low fat, or packed with vitamins. But look at the ingredients, and you'll find added sugars, refined grains, and artificial flavors. Many popular cereals eaten by seniors every morning can spike your blood sugar more than a candy bar. That spike causes your blood vessels to become inflamed, which damages the walls of your arteries and makes it easier for plaque to form. And it doesn't stop there. Many seniors pour milk on their cereal, add fruit, and even go back for a second bowl, thinking they're doing something good for their health. But this combination of sugar, refined grains, and dairy sugars creates a blood sugar roller coaster that wears out your cardiovascular system over time. A better choice is unsweetened oatmeal, chia pudding, or even eggs with veggies, foods that won't cause the same kind of blood sugar crash. Food number 4 is processed meats. Bacon, sausage, ham, deli slices, these are some of the worst offenders when it comes to artery damage. Processed meats are preserved with nitrates and nitrites, which turn into harmful compounds in the body. These compounds inflame your blood vessels, stiffen the arteries, and increase your risk of high blood pressure and heart disease. And processed meats are often packed with sodium, which forces your heart to work harder and raises your risk of stroke. Even so-called lean deli meats aren't safe. It's not just about fat content, it's about how the meat is processed. If you want to protect your arteries, it's time to skip the bacon and cold cuts. Choose fresh, unprocessed meats like grilled chicken, fish, or turkey breast instead. These give you the protein your body needs, without the toxic extras. Now, if you've been eating these foods for years, don't panic. It's never too late to make a change. Your arteries can begin to heal when you stop feeding them inflammation and start supporting them with the right foods. In our last video, we talked about how certain bedtime foods can help rebuild your muscles and reduce nighttime inflammation. And that same principle applies here, just in reverse. Remove the wrong foods, and your body finally has the space to repair itself. Coming up in part 2, we'll cover even more foods seniors still eat daily, some of them considered healthy, and why they could be slowly narrowing your arteries every single day. Keep watching, and let's protect your heart together. Canned soup might seem like a quick, easy, and even healthy meal, especially when the label says low fat or light. But what most people don't realize is that canned soups are one of the highest sodium foods on grocery store shelves. Just one serving can contain over 800 to 1,200 milligrams of sodium, and most cans have 2 servings, not 1. That means in one sitting, you could be getting almost a full day's worth of salt, or more. Too much sodium causes water retention, which raises your blood pressure. Over time, that constant pressure on your artery walls causes them to stiffen and narrow, making it harder for your heart to pump blood. It's one of the leading risk factors for heart failure in seniors. And if the soup contains noodles, potatoes, or other refined starches, it also spikes your blood sugar, adding to the inflammation. Instead, try making simple homemade soup using low-sodium broth and fresh vegetables. You can cook a large batch and store it in the fridge or freezer. It's healthier, tastier, and gives your heart a break from the daily salt overload. Food number 6 is coffee creamer. This one is sneaky. Many seniors add flavored coffee creamer to their morning cup, assuming it's a small indulgence that doesn't matter. But those tiny creamers are packed with artificial trans fats, added sugar, and chemicals that do more than just sweeten your drink. Many of them contain hydrogenated oils, which are directly linked to artery damage. Even if the label says 0 trans fats, it can legally contain small amounts, up to half a gram per serving, which adds up fast over time. In addition, these creamers usually contain high fructose corn syrup, which raises triglycerides and contributes to fatty deposits in the arteries. It's not just what you eat, it's what you eat every day. And for most people, coffee is a daily habit. If you're starting every morning with a teaspoon of artery-clogging creamer, that adds up to over 300 doses a year. A better choice is to use unsweetened almond milk, oat milk, or a splash of real half-and-half. And if you like it sweet, add a small amount of stevia or a sprinkle of cinnamon for flavor without the damage. Food number 7 is white bread and refined grains. Most seniors grew up on white bread. Sandwiches, toast, dinner rolls, it's familiar, cheap, and easy to digest. But white bread is made from refined flour, which has had almost all of its nutrients and fiber stripped away. What's left is basically sugar. When you eat white bread, your body quickly converts it into glucose, which spikes your blood sugar and leads to inflammation inside the blood vessels. Over time, a diet high in refined grains like white rice, pasta, and pastries leads to higher insulin levels, increased belly fat, and greater risk of arterial plaque. And the problem isn't just what's added, it's what's missing. Refined grains don't give your body the fiber it needs to sweep cholesterol out of the system. So your bad cholesterol builds up, your arteries stiffen, and your heart has to work harder to keep blood flowing. If you still enjoy bread, choose whole grain varieties that list whole wheat or whole grain as the first ingredient. Better yet, swap bread for roasted sweet potatoes, quinoa, or legumes a few times a week to give your body a break from the blood sugar roller coaster. Food number 8 is fried foods. Fried chicken, French fries, onion rings, even fried fish, it's crispy, it's crunchy, and for many people, it's comfort food. But the oil used to fry these foods is usually reused, overheated, and filled with inflammatory fats. Every bite delivers a cocktail of trans fats, acrylamides, and oxidized oils that cause microscopic damage to your arteries. As your arteries take that damage day after day, cholesterol and calcium start to stick to the inflamed areas, slowly narrowing the space for blood to pass through. And it doesn't take much. Even eating fried food once a week has been linked to increased risk of heart attack and stroke. And for seniors, whose arteries may already be vulnerable, the risk is even higher. That doesn't mean you can never enjoy something crispy. Try baking or air frying your foods at home using olive oil or avocado oil. You'll get the texture you love, without flooding your arteries with toxins. Food number 9 is packaged snacks and crackers. We all love something crunchy now and then. But the typical snack aisle is full of products made with refined flour, added sugars, seed oils, and preservatives. Crackers, chips, pretzels, and even rice cakes are marketed as low-fat or low-calorie, but they offer almost no nutritional value and often cause more harm than good. The biggest problem? These foods are easy to overeat, and because they're low in fiber and protein, they don't satisfy your hunger, which means you keep reaching for more. Even healthy crackers labeled multigrain or baked can spike your blood sugar, trigger cravings, and increase inflammation. And since most of these snacks are eaten in the evening, they're working against your body's natural healing processes during sleep. Remember what we talked about in our last video, eating the right foods before bed can help your body recover and strengthen overnight. But if you're snacking on processed junk before bed, you're not just missing out on the benefits, you're actively making things worse. Choose crunchy snacks like raw vegetables, roasted chickpeas, or a handful of almonds instead. Your arteries, and your waistline, will thank you. You might be surprised by how many of these foods have made their way into your daily routine. And you're not alone. Many of these products are marketed directly to seniors, using buzzwords like heart healthy or low fat. But the truth is, if it comes in a package and has more than 5 ingredients, it's probably not doing your heart any favors. In our final section, we'll cover the last few foods to watch out for, plus some encouraging tips for how you can begin to clean out your arteries, support your heart, and feel stronger, starting this week. Food number 10 is pastries and baked goods. Cakes, cookies, muffins, donuts. Many seniors enjoy these treats with morning coffee or as an evening snack. But these foods combine several artery-damaging ingredients in every bite. They're often made with white flour, trans fats, sugar, and artificial additives, a perfect storm for inflammation, high blood sugar, and cholesterol buildup. Even small portions, eaten regularly, can do long-term harm to your cardiovascular system. What's more dangerous is that these foods don't feel dangerous. A muffin seems innocent. A small cookie with tea doesn't raise alarm bells. But inside your body, each bite triggers a reaction, your arteries become more inflamed, your insulin spikes, and your blood becomes thicker and slower to move. That's a recipe for narrowing blood vessels and reduced oxygen flow to your heart and brain. If you crave baked goods, try making your own with almond flour, oats, or mashed banana instead of white flour. Use honey or dates as natural sweeteners, and bake with olive oil or coconut oil. You'll satisfy the craving, without feeding the disease. Food number 11 is creamy salad dressings. Salads are supposed to be healthy, and they can be, but the dressing you pour on top might be turning your leafy greens into a cholesterol bomb. Most creamy dressings, like ranch, Caesar, or Thousand Island, are made with vegetable oils, sugar, preservatives, and even dairy-based stabilizers that promote arterial inflammation. And since they're liquid, they're easy to overuse. A couple of tablespoons can add over 150 calories and a big hit of unhealthy fat and sodium. The result? You think you're eating a heart-healthy salad, but your arteries are absorbing processed oils that thicken your blood and stiffen your vessels. Try switching to olive oil and vinegar, lemon juice with herbs, or a small splash of balsamic mixed with mustard. You'll still get great flavor, without clogging your system. Food number 12 is cheese. This one might be hard to hear, because cheese is loved by many, and often seen as a good source of calcium. But most cheese is high in saturated fat and sodium, both of which are problematic when consumed in large or frequent amounts. Saturated fat raises LDL cholesterol, the kind that builds up in your arteries. And the sodium in cheese causes water retention and blood pressure spikes that stress your heart. Not all cheese is equally harmful. Fresh cheeses like mozzarella or goat cheese, eaten in small amounts, are better options. But heavily processed cheeses, like American singles, cheese spreads, or shredded bagged cheese, often contain added oils and preservatives that do even more damage. If you eat cheese daily, try cutting your portion in half. Or switch to small amounts of feta or ricotta, which are lower in fat and easier to digest. Food number 13 is fast food and takeout. It's no surprise that fast food is bad for your arteries, but what makes it especially dangerous for seniors is how often it sneaks into the weekly routine. Maybe it's a burger and fries while running errands, or a quick pizza when you're tired. These foods are convenient, but convenience often comes at the cost of your heart health. Fast food is typically fried in unhealthy oils, loaded with sodium, and made with ultra-processed ingredients designed to stimulate appetite and shut down your body's natural fullness signals. That means you eat more, feel worse, and clog your arteries faster. And because this food is low in fiber and antioxidants, your body has no defense against the damage it's doing. Instead of grabbing takeout, try prepping a few simple meals at the start of the week. A batch of grilled chicken, roasted vegetables, or quinoa salad can go a long way. And it's not just better for your heart, it's better for your energy, your weight, and your mood. By now, you've heard 13 foods that are common in many homes, but incredibly harmful to aging arteries. And if you've eaten some or all of them, don't worry. You're not alone. In fact, most seniors over 60 consume several of these foods every day, without ever realizing how much they're hurting their heart. But here's the good news. The body has an incredible ability to recover. Arteries that were once inflamed can begin to relax. Blood pressure can normalize. Plaque buildup can slow or even reduce. All it takes is one decision at a time, one better choice, repeated consistently. And if you need help knowing where to start, remember, in our last video, we shared the best foods to eat before bed to strengthen muscles while you sleep. Those foods not only support recovery, they also reduce inflammation and improve heart health. If you haven't seen that yet, click the I button on your screen now or find it in the description below. That video will give you the tools to start replacing the bad with the good, starting tonight. So what's the takeaway? Don't wait for symptoms. Many people feel fine until the moment of their first heart attack. Take action now, while you still feel strong. Swap flavored yogurt for Greek yogurt with berries. Replace deli meats with grilled chicken or fish. Skip the creamer, and add cinnamon to your coffee. Choose olive oil instead of margarine. These little swaps, done daily, protect your heart and help you live longer, not just years, but healthy years. You've made it to the end of the video, which means you care about your health, your future, and the people who count on you. Don't let your next meal undo everything your heart has worked so hard for. Choose better. Eat smarter. And stay young, no matter your age. Thanks for watching. And if you found this helpful, please consider subscribing to the channel for more videos that help you stay strong, sharp, and healthy, at 60 and beyond.